My favorite thing about being a Montessori teacher is working with children. I love how each child is an individual and brings a different aspect to the classroom. I love watching the child develop from that first year as a 3-year-old and graduating as a kindergartner, and all of the academic skills that they've gained, all the knowledge, their leadership skills grow during those 3 years. Just being with the children is my favorite part about being a Montessori teacher. From my experience, I had 2 daughters that attended here at Bellevue Montessori. As a 3-year-old, they're brand new. They don't know very much about the world around them. And the Montessori method, being hands-on and following the individual child, allows them to develop their skills at their own speed. And I think it was really important for my youngest daughter, who definitely needed areas where she needed to work to master those skills, to have those 3 years in the classroom. I was amazed at the development that she gained and the confidence that she built in her 3 years of Montessori at the early age. Part of the reason why I left her here for elementary school was to continue to build that confidence. I also think that she is far ahead academically of other children that would go to just a basic public school education. She was allowed to take the time to make her works beautiful with quality versus quantity, having testing and all that stuff that causes anxiety. She just has had a wonderful experience here at Bellevue Montessori. And I see it with all the other children that come through. You know, I see them, especially when they stay for the 3 years in the classroom, they just develop into these amazing little human beings. I would say visit the site. While they're there, look to see if the children are happy. Look at the environment. See if it's a cluttered environment versus a clean, tidy environment. The teachers also look to see if the teachers are smiling, are interacting well with the children, listen to their conversations, and find out about the philosophy of each school too. Each school has their own philosophy behind how they teach. The Montessori philosophy is that there's a 3-year work cycle. And so a child who enters in as a 3-year-old would normally stay through their kindergarten year, which I find very valuable just because it helps the child bond with the teacher over the 3 years. They get to know the child emotionally, academically, and socially, and can provide, materials and works for them to build up to their potential. The importance of the 3-year work cycle is the idea that children learn from each other, and it's a community where we have younger children, middle children, and older children. The older children step up and take on a lot of leadership skills, sometimes even teaching the other children some of the works in the classroom. The other day I had a child who was doing addition with the stamp game in the classroom, and he was able to sit with a child who had just started that material, and he actually showed him how to do it the right way. And the younger child was super happy to be with the older child, and it was just a really successful time that I saw in the classroom. Also, I actually really love watching younger children come into the classroom, and they walk in just in awe of the environment. They automatically go to some of the bigger works in the classroom, which they're not ready for. But I always let them know that soon you'll be ready. Let's do these works first. They also a lot of them will just observe what the older children are doing in the classroom, and they gain a lot of knowledge from each other. As they get older, they graduate to not being the babies of the classroom anymore. They start looking to take on, being a role model and following the rules and teaching some of the younger children what to do and when to do it. And as a kindergarten, it's really, really nice to see the development, academically, socially, emotionally, that they can do things like problem solve. If there's a fight on the playground, some of the older children will help out and step in and, help solve the problem. And they just seem to be such a nice community. That 3-year work cycle is definitely important. I think it's a really important idea to keep your child at Bellevue Montessori School for elementary. My daughter went for her first 3 years up at the primary campus, and during her years there, she learned a lot. She was reading and writing and doing math problems. She was making maps, learning about the world. And through the materials up there, she gained a lot of confidence and leadership skills that I really felt important to continue down here at the elementary level. Part of what I was looking for in an education for my daughter were certain factors going into my decision to keep her here. One was continuing the hands-on learning process, where they use concrete materials to gain more in-depth knowledge of what she was doing. I also felt that it was important for her to continue to build on her confidence. Here, it felt like a family to me. Her teachers know her so well. They know where she is academically. They know how to solve problems with her socially and working on building her self-esteem. I also felt that the materials played a huge role in my decision, being the hands-on learning process. The environment itself was set up so that she could go in and make choices for herself and, in fact, start thinking for herself and deciding what she wanted to do. Um, then there was also the fact that my older daughter actually came through Bellevue Montessori elementary program as well, and she gained a lot of executive function skills. And now she's in high school, and I can see that the foundation that was laid here at Bellevue Montessori was so important. She doesn't have to be asked to do her homework, she just does it. She organizes her thoughts in papers. She's just very responsible. And I felt that part of the reason why she's the way she is came from her early experiences here at Bellevue Montessori in the elementary program.